Hello everyone. If anyone is actually here, these things are so weird. I really miss teaching in front of actual people and not just my own face looking back at me. So I decided to actually do an old sequence with you guys because I'm going to save and upload it onto YouTube. So kill two birds with one stone. I didn't want to free flow and fuck it up. So this is a really nice sequence for heart opening and a little bit of twisting. So really nice for the spine. It's a little bit flowier than the last one. If you are newer to yoga, take your time with it. You don't feel like you have to move into each pose fully. Just do what you can. Take as many breaks as you need. And we are going to begin in child's pose. I find it so weird teaching without being able to look at people and verbally adjust them or give them verbal cues or physically, and it's actually such a workout to speak throughout my entire practice, so bear with me. I mean, I was really tired after the last day. So knees wide, toes together, sit back onto the heels, and then walk the hands out in front, bring the forehead to the earth. And let the sit bones be quite heavy on the heels, the back will round, the hips will start to open, and the forehead, the third eye space, the space between the eyebrows will connect to your mat or to your block if you have one. We'll take a few deep breaths in and out, and you can begin already incorporating your ujjayi breath, your sound, your yogi breath. Or you can take a few inhales through the nose and exhale through the mouth, making those sounds to get used to the friction through the back of the throat. And if you're not practicing with ujjayi breath for whatever reason, strong, steady, even breaths in and out through the nose. When you're ready, shift the weight forward so the shoulders come over the wrists, hips over the knees. Adjust the legs and the hands as you need. And then a couple of cat-cows here to link the breath to the movement. So as you inhale, the heart opens, tailbone lifts. And then as you exhale, dome through the spine. Inhale, radiate the heart forward. Through the gateways of the shoulders, the tailbone will lift, chin lifts. And then exhale, dome. And continue like this with your own breath. Maybe you've already started to at home, or maybe you can start right now. It's just incorporating some additional movement. And it might be lateral stretches or hip rolls. It might be involving the head and the neck, the arms. And just starting to move in a way that feels intuitive for your body. Starting to breathe a little bit of life and space into the parts of the body where you need it most. So there's no right or wrong. Be curious with where it is you're feeling tight and tense. Maybe lingering here for a breath or two. And also acknowledging where you're feeling open and spacious. And take as much time here as you need. Maybe even closing the eyes, removing one of the senses and really feeling into the body. And when you're ready, you'll tuck the toes, send the sit bones high. Downward facing dog. And you can continue with this fluidity of movement, pedaling out the feet, or swaying the hips, nodding, shaking the head, patting through the hands, just whatever it is you need to do to warm up for the practice ahead. ready, you'll settle into a stillness. You might keep a soft bend through the knees here. Press evenly through both hands. Gentle tilt of the tailbone, taking a little bit more weight through the backs of the legs down towards the feet, so we're not dumping all the weight into the hands and the shoulders. And then hug the navel up into the spine as you let the back of the neck become long, taking the gaze between the toes. Lift the gaze between the thumbs and either tippy toe or heel toe all the way to the top of the mat into a ragdoll pose. Again, soft bend through the knees here. Let the upper body or the spine just pour out of the pelvis. Head is heavy as you give it a nod or a shake to release any tension through the back of the neck. You can do whatever feels good here with the arms. Either let them rest on the floor, take hold of opposite elbows, or interlace the fingers and place the hands behind the back of the head. And we'll all let the hands come back to the floor if they're not already there. Slowly start to peel on up. There's a more generous bend through the knees here as you stack the spine, letting the chin be last to lift. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Do whatever it is you need to do before coming to Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. On the next breath in, reach the hands overhead, gaze up to the thumbs. And then as you exhale, fold in half, deep bend through the knees, especially for the first one. Hinge from the hips, tuck the chin to the chest. And then hands to the shins, draw navel in, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, toes come to the earth, followed by the knee. And then inhale, hands reach overhead. Back toes can stay tucked or untucked. Notice if you're arching a lot through the lumbar spine, the lower back, and gently traction the tailbone towards the earth. Ground down through that front foot and draw the heel back towards the right knee as you traction the right hip towards the inside seam of the left knee. Left hand to the hip. As you inhale, reach the right fingertips to the sky and then rainbow the fingertips over towards the left, opening up through the right waist, the right ribs. Keep the left hand on the waist, or if you have the space, you can bring it to the floor beside you. That won't be for everyone. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up high. And as you exhale, bend the right elbow so the hand comes between the shoulder blades. Option 1, left hand over the right elbow to give yourself a little bit of help. Or option 2, sweep the left hand around and then slide the back of the hand up towards the right fingertips, either taking the bind or holding on to your t-shirt. Take a full breath in, maybe lift the heart a little higher. And then exhale, both hands to the floor. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee off the mat, push the floor away from you, step back into your plank pose. Now if at any point you'd like to bring the knees to the floor, of course do that. And wherever you are, you work through grounding down through the hands, grip the finger pads into the floor, and find some space through the collarbone. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale together. And then everyone exhale, knees to the floor if they're not already there. On your breath in, it's a subtle movement as the heart lifts And as you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale to press back up. And then exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Press the backs of the feet into the floor. Kneecaps will lift off the mat. Tippy fingers outside of the mat. On the breath in, we start to peel the heart up, gaze up. And as you exhale, melt the heart back onto the floor. Twice more like this. Breathing in and out. Last time. And lower. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. And then push the floor away from you, engaging the belly, send the sit bones high. Find your still or your fluid downward dog, whatever serves you best at this time. And take an opportunity to reconnect to your breath. Either big toes touch behind you or keep the legs at hip distance. Right leg reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, step the foot between the hands. Now you can give it a hand with the right hand if you need. Back knee onto the floor. As you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, find the pose. So grounding down through the front foot and the back leg as you draw the front foot towards the back knee. Hips will square towards the front of the room. Right hand to the right hip. Left hand reaches up and then rainbow over towards the right. Stretching out the left waist, left ribs. Keep strong through the legs as you hug the inner thighs together. Either leave the right hand on the hip or bring it to touch the floor. That's just an option. And on the next breath in, lift the upper body back up. And as you exhale, left elbow bends, hand in between the shoulder blades. Option 1, right hand on top of the left elbow. Option 2, sweep the right arm around, the elbow bends, slide the back of the hand up towards the left fingertips, either taking hold of the fingertips or the t-shirt. On your breath in, we can lift the heart a little higher. And then as you exhale, hands to the floor, gaze forward, and then step the left foot forward to meet the right. Hands to the shins, soft bend through the knees, lift the heart halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down through the feet, reach all the way up, hands come overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart, center. Sweep the hands up, gaze up on the breath in. Hinge from the hips as you fold forward, tuck the chin to the chest. Halfway lift, you can keep the hands on shins or the earth. And then step the left foot back into a lunge pose, knee stays lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, high lunge. And as you exhale, hands to heart, center. Breath in here, subtle movement. We just lengthen the crown of the head to the sky. And as you exhale, begin to twist the upper body towards the right, so towards that bent knee. Begin to hover the left elbow outside of the right knee, and then using the strength of the core to twist. Once you can't twist anymore, elbow hooks over the right knee. And then we traction the heart towards the thumbs, getting a little bit more oomph in the pose. Notice if the belly's resting on the thigh, can we sip the navel in and up? And if we need, back knee to the floor. Take a full breath in and out. Last breath in here. Exhale, both hands frame the front foot. Bring the back knee down if it's lifted. Left hand grounds. Inhale, right arm sweeps forward, up and over, and you can come onto the baby toe side of that right foot. Gaze to the thumb behind you, and either stay here working on this twist, spiraling the heart to the sky, or bend the back knee and take the foot in the hand. Take a full breath in here. And then exhale, let it go. Few more breaths here. You've the option to come on to the left forearm. That won't be for everyone. Let's take one more big breath in. And then exhale without slingshotting the back foot. Place the back foot back on the floor, right hand down. Step back, plank pose. If you're bringing knees to the earth, you can do so whenever you feel the need. And if you found that push-up difficult, again, knees to the earth to build strength in the upper body. Take a breath in, reach the heart forward. As you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, slowly press back up. Exhale, chaturanga. On the inhale, if you're ready for up dog, take up dog, so thighs and knees lift as you peel the heart open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now if you'd like to stick with cobra for the entire practice, of course, you can do that too. Recommitting to that Ujjayi breath. Either leave the feet as they are, or take the big toes to touch behind you. Left leg lifts up on the breath in. And as you exhale, step the foot between the hands. Now dance the foot to where you need it to be. On the inhale, high lunge, hands come overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. And as you exhale, begin to twist the upper body and the heart towards the left hand side. Begin to hover the right elbow outside of the left knee. Draw the navel in, make the connection with elbow to knee. Traction the heart towards the thumbs. Stay long and strong through that back leg, or bring the knee to the earth. Engaging Uddiyana Bandha as you sip the navel in and up. And then we'll take one big breath in together and out. Inhale. Exhale, both hands and back knee to the floor. The right hand grounds roughly under the heart. As you inhale, left hand reaches forward, up and over, allowing the left knee to track out towards the left. Spiral the heart to the sky. And stay here, bend the right knee, take the foot in the hand. Option to come onto the right forearm if you'd like to take this deeper. And wherever you are, slowly bring the hands back towards the front. If the back foot's lifted, gently place it on the earth. Gazing forward, lift the back knee off the floor. Step the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, Sweep the hands all the way up, gaze up to the thumbs. And then exhale, hands to heart, center. You can leave the feet hip distance or take the two toes, big toes to touch. Utkatasana chair pose. Sit down into your imaginary chair, reach the fingertips. High biceps, frame the ears, otherwise cactus arms. Draw navel in, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot back, bend through that left knee. And then bring the right heel to the floor, toes turn to the right. Right fingertips reach forward, up and back. Left fingertips reach forward into warrior two pose. Press both feet evenly in through the floor and then draw them towards one another, activating through the legs. Track the left knee over the left middle toe, and then drishti comes to the left middle finger. Shoulders are soft, and we ground down through the baby toe side of that right foot. Rotate the left palm, keep the bend in the knee, reverse the warrior, sweep the left hand back, breathe into that left waist. And then exhale, both hands to the floor. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Right hand stays grounded. As you inhale, easy twist, left hand up to the sky. Take the gaze up to the thumb if the neck allows. Moving into side plank. Option 2, take a modified version here, walking the left foot towards the center of the mat, or bring the right knee to the floor. Kickstand the leg out at an angle, left leg back. Or full variation, both legs straight, hips are lifted off the floor. Root down through that right hand wherever you are. And you can stay here in the modified version or your full version, or you can lift the left leg off the right. Bring the toes to the earth behind the right knee, and then inhale, wild thing, heart opener, hips and heart lift. Exhale here. Inhale. And as you exhale, left hand down. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Long breath out. Knees to the earth. Keep the hips high, untuck the toes, and then walk the hands out in front, either parallel arms or take the arms wide at a V, and then forehead connects to the floor. Puppy dog pose. If you'd like to take this a little deeper still, chin and chest might connect to the earth, although this won't be for everyone. If it's too much for you, child's pose is also an option. When you're ready, walk the hands back, tuck the toes, sit bones high, downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Long breath out. Come up high on the tippy toes, soften the knees, gaze forward. Come towards the top of the mat, whether you step or float, get there mindfully. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees. Deep as you sweep the hands overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center, press up to stand. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold in half. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, right foot stays grounded, left foot step it back, bring the heel to the earth, turn the toes to the left. Left fingertips reach forward, up, and then back. Right fingertips reach towards the top of the mat. Press evenly through both feet and then traction them towards one another. Allowing the gaze to fall over the right middle finger. Rotate the right palm. Sweep it back, reverse the warrior. Breathe into the right waist. And then exhale, both hands to the floor. Come on to the ball of the back foot. Plant the left hand down. Right arm reaches up, easy twist. Keep the hips in line, gazing up to the right thumb. Lifting up through that back leg, and then again, either come into your modified variation, heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat, or bring the left knee to the floor, right leg stays back, or full version of your side plank, stack the feet. And you can stay in whichever version you are in, or right leg lifts up, bend the knee. Drip the toes to the earth behind the left leg, and then inhale, wild thing, hips and heart lift. Exhale here. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we'll take 5 breaths here to connect back to your Ujjayi breath. Option 1 is child's pose, if you're feeling like you need a breather. Option 2 is puppy dog pose, knees down, hips stay high where we just were, hands walk out in front. Or if you'd like to challenge, forearms to the earth, spread the fingers wide. Shoulders stack over the elbows, tuck the toes, send the sit bones high for dolphin pose. Wherever you are, 5 mindful breaths. And when you've completed your 5th breath, come down into child's pose. If you are still completing those 5 breaths, fair play, breathe really slowly. Take a couple of breaths in your child's pose if you aren't already there. But if you're completed your rest, pop on up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up high in the tippy toes, soften the knees, look forward. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. And then rise all the way up. Hands come overhead, gaze up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step the right foot out and then turn the left toes to face the same direction as the right for a forward fold. Notice if you're quite arching through the lower back, tilt the tailbone just to reduce that arch, neutral pelvis. Baby toe side of the feet parallel to the short edges of the mat. Hands to the hips, inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, send the hips back, reach the heart forward, bring the hands to the earth underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, heart lifts, flat back. And as you exhale, let the upper body pour down between the legs. Either staying here or walk the hands if you have the space so that the heels of the hands and the heels of the feet are in one line. Fingertips stay pointing forward, and then chin tucks towards the chest. Wherever you are, notice where the weight is in the feet. So if the weight is towards the heels, can we draw the weight forward, keeping the heels on the floor, but just bringing more of the weight into the balls of the feet and the toes. And then press towards or into the baby toe side of the feet. Draw energy up from the earth, lifting up through the kneecaps. Let's take an inhale to lift the heart halfway. Hands back under the shoulders. And then as you exhale, turn all 10 toes out towards the side and start to walk the hands towards the right foot, bending the right knee. Side lunge, Skandasana. For some of us, high Skandasana will be quite enough where the hips and the knee is in line. For others, you might be able to sink into a deeper lunge, allowing the hips lower towards the heel. And if this is the case, the left toes start to point up towards the sky. Some of us, the right heel will be on the floor, others it'll be lifted. And you can leave the hands on the floor for support, or you can take the hands to heart center. Full breath in here and out. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame the right foot, so we'll point towards the back of the mat this time. Ground down through the hands. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts up to the sky. And then exhale, knee over towards the left elbow for fallen triangle. So as the knee comes towards the left elbow, you extend the foot almost to the baby finger side of the left hand. And then peel the left hand up to the sky, gaze up to the thumb. Take a full breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, stack the right hip over the left for a hip yawn. Either stay here, or wild thing, let the toes drip to the floor behind the left knee. Inhale hard and hips lift. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot forward. And then as you bring the left heel to the floor, start to straighten the right leg and then peel the left hand up for triangle pose. The gaze is either to the left thumb, or if that makes the neck a bit cranky, gaze down to the right big toe. Get long through the sideways. Take a full breath in and out. Last breath in. Exhale, gaze down to the right big toe. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift on up. And as you exhale, turn the right toes in so that both feet are pointing towards the long side of the mat. Take a breath in, lift the heart. As you exhale, fold in half, hands underneath the shoulders. Halfway lift, inhale, and then exhale, fold. Again, you can walk the hands back in line with the heels. Chin tucks. If crown of the head meets the floor, feel free to come into your tripod headstand. If you're in headstand, mindfully lower back down. We'll walk the hands back under the shoulders, halfway lift. Turn the toes out. Start to walk the hands to the inside of the left foot, either high skandasana or low skandasana. Right toes point to the ceiling. Hands either stay on the floor or to heart center. Hands frame the front foot as we come to face the top of the mat. Root down through the hands. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, knee over to the right elbow and then extend the foot through for fallen triangle. Peel the right hand up, ground down through the sole of the back foot. And then both hands down. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Left leg is high. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the left knee, and either stay here, continue to bring left toes to the floor. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale here. Breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot forward. Bring the back heel to the floor, and as we inhale, start to straighten the left leg, find length through the spine, peel the right hand up to the sky. It's a very fluid movement. Trikonasana. Strong through the legs. Extending the crown away from the tailbone. Take a full breath in, long breath out. Last breath here. Exhale, gaze down to the left toes. Inhale, lift on up. And then exhale, come back to the top of the mat. Making our way to down dog. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, chin tucks to the chest. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, you can step back into plank, into modified plank or down dog. Flow through your journey here. I'll call the push-up. Inhale, lengthen the heart. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower down. Back bend of your choice, whether it's cobra or up dog. Breathe in, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. Right leg reaches high as you inhale. Exhale, knee behind the right wrist, foot over towards the left of the mat. Walk the back leg behind you, untuck the toes. Come on to tippy fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, pigeon pose, letting the shoulders be soft as you fold over the right shin. Notice where it is in the body that you feel this pose. We're looking for an opening through the right glute, IT band. You might feel this a little bit into the hamstring. And the next breath in, peel the heart up as you grind down through the hands. Exhale, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Three-legged dog, inhale, extend the right leg high. As you exhale, you can come to plank pose, down dog, chaturanga. Move through your version of a vinyasa, whether it includes the push-up, whether you bring knees to the floor, or whether you just stay here in down dog and wait. When you're ready, left leg extends to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, knee behind left wrist, foot over towards the right. Back knee down. Walk the back leg behind you, untuck the toes, and as you inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, melt the body down. Inhale, peel the heart up as you grind down through the hands. Exhale, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Three-legged dog as you inhale. Exhale, either down dog, plank, chaturanga. We'll all meet in child's pose. So if you are flowing through your journey, move as slowly as mindfully as you need to move. Eventually coming into child's pose. It can be nice to rock the head from side to side, massaging out the third eye space. And then walk the hands back towards the knees, lift the hips, or lift the shoulders over the hips. And then swing the legs round for butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, knees apart. We'll take a more yin version of our forward fold, taking the feet a little bit further away from the groin than you would for cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. And then allow the upper body to round, to curl, to melt over the legs. Notice if the tendency is to grab the feet and pull the upper body down. Can we let the hands rest, backs of the hands on the floor, palms facing up, fingertips curl in. And then let the head be super heavy, back of the neck long, hips begin to open. Take a few mindful breaths into the back of the heart space, filling up the back body. And then when you exhale, let go of any tension around the face, the shoulders, the hips. And the next breath in, curl on up. exhale, come onto your backs, lay onto the floor. Hug the knees into the chest or take a happy baby. Or draw circles on the ceiling with the knees. Go both ways, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then when you're ready, come into Shavasana. Thank you for practicing with me this evening. Any questions, feedback, requests, whatever it is, feel free to slide into my DMs. And hopefully practice with you guys tomorrow for some yin. Namaste.